But yeah, man, I was gonna hit. I thought I had to hit you for a second and cancel the pod again.
Mm,
Cause remember first you was like, I was like, okay, cool. I know you said you had to run errands, so I'm like, whatever, it's cool.
hmm
Just so
hmm
happened that same night, water had came up a little bit in the basement. But it was
Oh no.
cause and where we at is like you gotta hit the main line or whoever house got the flood in
hmm
a basement or whatever. So we had to
hmm
wait. So our water is coming up. It's just like clear water, ain't no shitty water or nothing like that. And I still
hmm
got like flood barriers around the drain just to kind of protect it from getting everywhere. So it was like a little spread,
Right.
but nothing too crazy. I'm like, damn, this is where I really kind of, this the
hmm
man cave. And
Yeah, yeah.
so they basically had to go hit one of the nearby homes or whatever and snake the drain. Pause. So they get that done. So I'm like, well, that's kind of cool because that was the day we were supposed to record. So I'm like, well, cool. We
hmm
ain't, all good. So today come and man, I'm looking at a leak in the kitchen. My daughter, mom, she sleep like right across in the living room. I'm looking at her like, how she not even hearing me in here? Because I'm like, oh no, I'm looking at where the water is coming from. And it
hmm
was just like dripping everywhere on the kitchen floor. I had to grab the mop and do everything. I'm like, God damn. So I still see the water coming down. I hit emergency maintenance up. Crazy part is, dude show up. He like, y'all ain't run no bath water. And I said, yeah, that was like, but like an hour ago though. It ain't even like we got the tub plugged up with her, ain't nothing coming out, ain't no tub, no toilet running or nothing like that. And he
hmm
was like, all right, let me go next door real quick. Go next door. Basically, he said the neighbor had fell asleep. She had fell asleep, and I think she left her. He said she left her sink running. So it was like he was
Damn.
like, yeah, her whole joint, like bathroom, kitchen, basement, just full of water. So you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get that taken care of. My bad, y'all. So it wasn't nothing too crazy in our kitchen, but I'm looking like, yo, where's
hmm
this coming from? But the crazy part is the dude from maintenance that showed up, he looked just like a
hmm
cousin of mine named Darius.
hmm
So it's so funny. He showed up to the door. Dog,
hmm
I know he probably think I'm gay as hell. Cause and I and I'm looking him in his, I looked at his face for like about 15 seconds, like, hell yeah, somebody you called emergency maintenance. I'm like just staring at him like almost look Darius, like looking at
Right.
this nigga like yo. But then I looked and he was kind of like tatted up with her, and Darius ain't got like tattoos or nothing like that. At least that I know of. So
hmm
man, he come in. Funny that he do what he do. He chase say no, that's not y'all. So you find out that's when you find out it was next door. Tell us everything. And
hmm
he's like, all right, man, y'all we familiar with it because we all see him on location and everything. He
hmm
leaves and he like, all right, y'all have a happy Valentine's Day. No, he's just like, all right, y'all, happy Valentine's Day. And in my mind, I'm like, don't say this back because that's gonna be
You can't.
it's a pause. You can't say it back. And he
You
looked like
can't.
he looked like he played pause. Like he looked like he around our age. I'm like, yeah, he played
Yeah.
pause. So he said he like happy Valentine's Day or whatever. And immediately my mind was like, yep, thank you. And so my daughter's mom looking at me like, why you say thank you? I was like, I just didn't want to say happy Valentine's Day back. And
You
then it would have
can't.
just been weird to not say nothing because because she didn't say nothing. She had the headphones on, but she
Mhm.
heard me loud enough to be like, yep, thank you. I'm like, why I tell this nigga thank you, dog? Like, I said, damn, I ain't gonna think I'm gay, man. I already looked at him like 15 seconds, like looking at
Bro.
him because he looked like my cousin. I gotta tell my cousin Darius that shit was funny as hell. But hey, man, episode 3, we back at it, written gems, and we here. It's Black History Month. This gonna
Mhm.
forever be an evergreen podcast, of course, an evergreen episode. Man, we here to talk about. I don't know if they think it's a classic. I personally, it's one of my personal favorites. Mo Better Blues. I told y'all we gonna talk about music, and I'm name tag Alexander, by the way. Cash P, what up, though?
What up, though? Catch P.
Man, we excited about this one because I told y'all at the start of this show, episode 1, I said we're gonna also cover not just songs, but we're also gonna cover uh movies. Movies are
Mhm.
written by people as well, right? It's a written
Mhm.
gem. And in
Mhm.
this case, I went back to double just to make sure, just do a little bit more research. And apparently it's saying that Spike Lee wrote, produced, and directed this film.
Mhm.
Man, 1992. Let's get right into it, man. First segment of the show. First watch, first time that you could remember seeing it. What was your memory of this film?
So this is what's crazy. I thought I saw this movie as a kid. I didn't.
Say word.
So my first time watching this movie was Tuesday. It was my first time watching the
Get
movie,
out of here.
and I'm glad because the movie came out. I was 9 years old, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't first of all, I wouldn't have had no business watching this at 9 years old. But
1990 for me, I was 4 when it dropped.
yeah, like, but we gonna get into it, but it hit home. I'm gonna just say that it
Oh,
really
it
hit
definitely
home,
did.
bro.
It
It hit
definitely
home,
did.
nah.
It may now my first time seeing it was 1992, and by this
Mm,
time, like I said, it dropped in theaters in 1990 in
mm,
August. My brother, my older brother, Black Beethoven, this is one of his favorite movies ever. He saw it when it came out while he's still in high school. Took
mm,
him at the time he was dating my sister-in-law. Him, they all posseed up. Him and some friends went to go see it, and he was in the band at that time. Like he as a high school student, he thought he was Bleek Gilliam, who was the lead character played by Denzel Washington, which he,
mm-hmm.
without being said, he should have got it. I mean, it was still kind of early in his career as film.
Yeah,
He should have got an Oscar for this role, dog. Should have got an Oscar for it because man, it was just performed so well. But yeah, I saw it in 1992, and yeah, man, I had already saw Malcolm X prior to this
mm-hmm.
when it came. It was on. I think we may have rented the tape. May have rented the
Mm-hmm.
tape, and I saw that. So in my mind, Denzel Washington as a kid, I'm like, he's Malcolm X to me. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And seeing this film, I'm like, damn. Well, he's also Bleak Gilliam to me, but
Yeah.
just a very enjoyable film, man. It just man, it just like you said, it's just so relatable. It's so relatable. And we're gonna get into it, man. Next segment I want to get into is what see, but you said this was your first time seeing it. So I guess the segment I had was what was felt before fully understanding this movie, like on your first time. Well, no, you can. This does
Mm-hmm.
apply.
Mm-hmm.
What was felt your first time seeing this movie? I guess we can get into what we said we was as far as your first time seeing it.
Um, so like that, the opening scene, it hit home, but in a different way because now we don't know how everybody was raised, but
Yeah,
the first thing that caught me was damn, bro can't go outside to go play with the homies. He gotta practice this
putting them
motherfucker
hours
home.
in, get them hours in.
And he straight up was like, I don't like this shit. I don't like it. I want to go outside with my friends.
Yep.
Pop's watching baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not in here with Pop's watching baseball. I'm back against the wall, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
So for myself, I related to that because it was different with me. With my granddad, I played baseball and football
Word.
coming up.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
like
That's right.
yeah. So like that was me, bro. I couldn't. I was so busy. They kept me so busy. I couldn't roam around and go.
Oh man.
I couldn't go do shit because I always had something to do. And then to come full circle with my son, my youngest son, it's the same shit. He ain't got
Man.
time to go out and roam. Is right now it's basketball season, flag football season is coming up in April,
Get
and
them
then tackle
hours in.
football coming up. And it's like, but I don't know. It seemed like his mom. Like, I don't know. I don't know if his mom, if you know, because they didn't get into it, but it seemed like his mom, and I guess we'll get into that later. His mom kind of made him who he was, shaped him to be who he became.
Yeah. 100%. Kept them
Yeah,
at it. Like I said, you got to put them
yeah,
1,000 hours in. That's what I took from it later, though. Watching it the third time. First time I seen it, like I
mm,
said, was 92. I didn't really
mm,
watch it in full. Again, I would always see clips of it and
mm,
conversations would happen about it. I remember the soundtrack for the most part. But then I saw it again in 2020. We all was
mm,
stuck just watching TV and movies and everything. And
mm,
just, I guess, from multitasking, it just was like I kind of certain things that I missed, but I knew
mm,
certain key points in the movie, right? So I
mm,
watched it again a few days ago, and it's like, oh damn, it's just hitting different. What I remember though from the first time was the style of film, Spike Lee's style of film, and I know he also collaborated with Eric Dickerson, which I don't know if you knew this was a part of Juice
no, I didn't.
that also dropped in '92, and I know
Mm,
a lot of Eric Dickerson's cinematography was involved in this movie.
okay.
But it was still the Spike Lee DNA that we knew from a lot of his movies early on. And I
Yeah,
specifically remember that from as a kid, even being able to pinpoint that's a Spike Lee film because of
for
how it
sure.
was, how it
Because
was
how I
shot.
was, yeah, I was shot. Yeah.
And when Spike Lee does these movies, man, even as a kid, it felt like not even being from New York or ever being to New York, New York
Mm,
felt like a character in this movie. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like in your mind, they don't really talk about like, yo, we in New York. They ain't making it obvious, but
You
you
could
feel it.
tell. You could
And of
feel it.
course, she performs the song at the end, Harlem Blues, but it's like, damn, man, they are in New York. And it just felt that way, man. The bike riding scenes with him and Giant riding the
Yeah.
bikes together and there. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, man, yeah, it was just a New York movie, but the genre at the forefront wasn't hip hop, even though hip hop was becoming widely commercial back then. It was
Mm-hmm.
jazz. But
Mm-hmm.
guess what? Jazz and hip hop in the early 90s fused like perfectly
Listen,
together, you
one
know?
thing, like watching the movie came out before this album came out, but Low End Theory, Tribe Called Quest,
Yep.
bro.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Like,
sir. A lot of that
obviously,
early Gangstar, Guru
yeah,
and Premier, a lot of that early jazz, you know what I'm saying? That was a lot of
hmm
the matter of fact, they had a song on the soundtrack, a jazz
they
thing.
did.
Yeah,
Yep,
it was like one of the lead singles, man.
yep.
Um, the time and place and the purpose of this
hmm
film and culture. This was, like I say, in the 90s, man. 1990,
hmm
first year of this decade, right? And Spike Lee, like I said, I recognized his style of film early.
hmm
And when you look back at this time, this era, man, he had his thumb on the pulse of the culture, man. Just
Facts.
like from Do the Right Thing was dropped in what, 89, I want to say. You
89.
got Malcolm X,
Yep.
that's 92. You got Jungle Fever, She's Gotta Have It. You got Mo Better Blues. You man, Crooklyn
Yeah.
cracking them out, man. And
Yeah.
when he involved, if I'm not mistaken, when he also involved in Tales from the Hood, because I feel like I always saw that 40 Acres and a Mule
He
joint that he always had
probably.
in his movies.
I would assume he had a production company or something at that point where
Yeah,
he,
he had the 40
yeah,
Acres and a Mule joint. Man, Spike was on fire, man.
yeah.
On fire, bro. Like, did you get that from when you watched it? Like, just thinking about like, man, how just
Just the bro, the black excellence as far as actors,
boy,
like,
come on, man,
you
talk about it.
know, because again, this is my first time seeing it on
Denzel
Tuesday.
Washington off top.
Denzel, Wesley,
Wesley,
Giancarlo,
mother, man.
Sam Jackson, who had a smaller role, but he was still, and what's my guy's name, man?
Bill Nunn, right?
Yes, Bill
Radio
Nunn.
Raheem.
Yes,
Robin
like
Harris.
Robin Harris. That was his
Come
last
on,
film.
man.
He
Yep.
passed away during, but like just black excellence, and and even now, like, so obviously in 2026, you look back to 1990, the people that we just named are all powerhouses. Giancarlo is still like, look at the roles that he's played. At
Man,
like, he
listen,
went away
dog.
and came back and rebranded himself with Breaking Bad, with The
My
Boys.
God. Yep.
He's on Far Cry on the goddamn video game. My
Yep.
son be playing it, and it's like, yo, like, these are cultural icons in our community, and this is when they was young.
Man,
We
listen,
didn't
bro.
know what they was gonna become. That's crazy.
Man, I said, well, Denzel, you got to do Marvel now. I mean, I know he's supposed to be in Black Panther 3, so they say, but I'm like, oh, you got to do it now because we already got,
Man,
Giancarlo is in the MCU. Samuel L. Jackson is cemented in the MCU.
that-
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we know Spike Lee ain't in it, but come on, Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes,
Save Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like
literally,
I was tying that
literally.
in watching the movie, like, yo, man, but just Spike Lee's sister, I think it was Joy Lee, or I think because I thought it was Joy, but I think it's like Joy or something like that.
Uh,
But so you up on the show Severance
yes,
from Avatar? Okay. Did you peep the brothers who the promoters when they performed, the promoters
yes,
of the
yes,
events,
yes,
the
yes,
live
yes, yes,
events?
yes.
John to I think is it John to Toro, I
Yeah,
believe.
my guy from Transformers.
Yeah, but he also from Severance,
Yeah,
from Night of, from HBO.
yeah,
Yeah, also Falcone from Penguin.
yes,
I mean, we
yep,
knew him from the Batman movie, but also he was
yep.
no, my fault. He damn, did they use him for I felt like they used him for Penguin, but he wasn't. Damn, was John Turturro in the Batman from 2022? Or was he in Penguin only? They swapped out some. No, you know what? He wasn't in Penguin. He
He was in the
was in the
Batman.
Batman. They
Mhm.
couldn't use him for Penguin. I feel like because he was shooting for Severance, I could be wrong. Y'all quote me on that. If correct me if I'm wrong on that. But yeah, man, I was
Yeah.
just looking like, man, him and his brother was in the movie. I said, yo, man, Charlie Murphy, come on,
Right.
man.
That like,
Like, yo,
and he had
1990, dog.
1990. That and that's the thing. It's like the one thing about Spike Lee, whether you love his style or whatever, his eye for talent was
Man.
second to none. Like from the jump, you could tell he takes it serious, and
Yep.
hit the people that he hired are the creme de la creme back
Hmm.
then. You know what I mean?
And we
That's
talking
crazy.
it, and we talking at the start of the 90s. This wasn't like mid 90s or whatever, where it's already cracking. We talking about the start of the
Hmm.
90s where this is the decade. Y'all, trust me, we're not just saying this because we grew up in the 90s, but if you look back, it's a reason that
Hmm.
every time you look up, there's a 90s themed party all the time, or
Hmm.
people dressing up like somebody from the 90s when Halloween come around. Why people still reference, like, even though Michael Jordan was like that guy in the 80s, but he really was like the truth in the 90s. And
He
that's why they
made,
always
yeah.
reference like the 90s and just this spark of just talent in the NBA all at
Hmm.
one time in the 1990s. It's when the NBA became international for the most part in the 90s.
Hmm.
The best. It's the truth though, man. We're not saying this like as dinosaurs, like, no, clearly we lived other decades. We
Right.
made it through the 2000s. We made it from 2010 on to 2020, and we are in 2026 right now. You know what I'm saying? But from what I know, and this is as a kid, I can imagine what it was like for teenagers and adults. Bruh, the 90s, best music, best food, best movies, best
But
TV shows, best
everything
fashion, sneakers.
we
Come on, man.
we watched, it's fucked up because it's like if you wasn't there, it's hard to
Yeah,
understand. But
yeah,
we
yeah, man.
watched the evolution. Like we're the generation that we saw the shift in real time. We
Yeah,
lived it. Like we literally lived in it. We lived in, Michael Jordan's ascension. We
yeah,
lived in Spike Lee's ascension. We lived in Denzel's ascension. I mean, think about back in the day too. Like think about like now when you drive around, you got so many choices of food, like fast food or whatever. Back then, bro, it was like you had like your core five.
yeah.
You didn't
And
have
uh, and as young men, if we think about sports, as young men to completely adult males, we saw LeBron coming. We saw LeBron from in high school,
yeah,
and then come into the league and dominate the league. But still in the back of our mind, we like, yeah, but Mike, because people make those comparisons. I'm not forcing to compare. I'm just saying
yeah.
based off of though they always want to compare. It's like, yeah, but we saw Mike, man.
It's
Like, you know what I'm saying? All in
because
the night.
Mike was he was his own, like there wasn't a lot of dudes who could do that back then. Like I think now like we're spoiled because like
Yeah,
evolution, right? Like it's a bunch of
facts.
dudes in the NBA who can, they'll do the up and under now. It's
Yeah,
standard, but Mike, like
right.
he wasn't the originator. Dr. J was, but he took it and went
Just a
further and
different
got more
level of
creative in the
finesse.
mind. Yeah.
Just a
So
different,
and it's
and it ties in because that's Spike Lee's
that's
man's.
Spike. That's yeah, and
You
that's Spike.
know,
And that's Spike.
a
Like
dedicated New York Knicks fan,
mhm.
but Mike was his man.
Yeah,
90s,
like
man. Hey,
the
man, don't get man,
Spike
don't
was
get
the first prominent black director. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We it's like Spike Lee Cross or John Singleton could walk. You know what I'm saying? You
Or
start,
even definitely John Singles. I would even I would say because of like when you look at things like him writing, producing, and acting in it as well.
yeah,
You know, you could throw Tyler Perry in there. I'm not
yeah,
gonna front.
yeah,
It ain't Spike Lee, which is funny that they had words for each other, and this is interesting seeing that. But it's
yeah,
just like it's still like he crawled also, so he, that man could walk.
yeah.
You know what
I
I
under
mean?
and I understand both people's perspective. Like I
Yeah,
understand Spike because us as hip hop purists, I would
yeah,
consider us both. We expect a certain caliber of lyricism, production,
mm-hmm,
your rollout. Like we the type of people, we look at everything,
mm-hmm.
but you can't be mad at whatever. You can't be mad at the NBA young boy for being ignorant,
Right, right.
and he come from that, and he's just all he's doing is
seeing what he
Like
know.
it's a bunch of NBA young boys in every hood. They just don't rap.
Which this brings me to segue into like the music from this film, the soundtrack. So as a kid, when I first seen it, obviously
Hmm.
you didn't you experienced that scene as an adult, so you got it off
Hmm.
rip. You knew Denzel wasn't playing that trumpet. You knew Wesley Snipes wasn't playing that saxophone. You knew Giancarlo Esposito wasn't playing those keys. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Or who? I think was it Bill Nunn who played the guitar. You knew
yeah,
this. I thought
yeah.
as a kid Denzel was playing that trumpet and Wesley Snipes was
Oh,
playing
he
that
was getting it
sax.
in.
But the soundtrack was originally the Branford
Hmm.
Marcellus Quartet,
Hmm.
and also Terrence Blanchard. So
Hmm.
yeah, I went did a little bit more digging, prepare for the pod, and yeah, just the songs that was on there. And I'm gonna tie this into this later. Did you
Hmm.
have, with you being fresh off seeing it, did you have a key performance as far as the band playing in this film?
The title track.
The blue.
Like
Oh yeah. So you
yep,
okay?
yep,
So
yep.
that's
The
the
title track.
scene, not the scene that I'm about to bring up, but the scene where he it's like the same scene where he's doing like the poetry and the scatting and everything. He
Hmm.
cooking. Bleek is cooking in this scene. But
Hmm.
then I also think they do, like you said, the title track "Mo Better Blues," and I think that's where like Shadow come in. He step in with the saxophone
Yes,
solo blue. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Very dope scene. Very dope performance
That
scene.
was a super dope scene because it was like I like how they show behind the scenes like the friction. It was friction going on,
Yes.
but the one common denominator once they hit that stage and the music started playing, all that shit went out the window.
Yeah. Yeah. Both of them
All
wanted
that
to
shit
be the
went out the
man.
window. Yeah.
Mine, I gotta give it to. I found out the name of the song was called "Knocked Out the Box." And this
Okay.
was that what's crazy is that I remember watching it for the first time thinking that was like gonna be this was the end of the movie or about to be the end of the movie, and it wasn't. It was really the climax of the movie. He's
Hmm.
playing knocked out the box, and oddly enough, perfect placement for this song because as he's playing knocked out the box, you feel it as an adult now
Hmm.
watching this, and you feel the tension that's just building up because as he's
Hmm.
playing this song, he's already gotten into it with Shadow in the hallway. Cause Shadow, like, I ain't touching this stage if I ain't get my bread.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he's found out that Shadow
Shadow.
smashing Clark,
Yeah.
which for we jumping around, y'all, but for Clark was Bleak's side piece. His main, from what the way the film put it off, was his main was Indigo, played
Hmm.
by Joie Lee, Spike Lee's sister, which was the one for him for Jump. I don't even understand. I mean, I did understand, but at the same time, it's like, man, leave Clark alone, bro. Like, leave her alone. Um, but oddly enough, as he's performing knocked out the box, his man's Giant and his manager outside getting the brakes beat off of him because he
Bro.
he in debt. He in debt with the bookies.
Hmm. Yeah. Getting
Played
the
by
sleeves beat off of
Samuel
him,
L.
dude.
Jackson, and I forget who the other cat was. Man, I'm sorry, I can't, I ain't got his name, but man, that's why y'all got to watch the movie. If you haven't watched the movie, pause this pod, go watch the film, come back to the pod
Hmm.
at about 23 minutes in. But yeah, man, did you have? Okay, we said we was gonna get into this earlier. We close to wrapping. Um, what lessons watching this today? Like I said, you seen it for the first time as let's say as a creator, as
Yeah.
an artist.
Yeah.
What lesson did you get from this movie?
Bruh. How much time we got?
We
Before I
know hit
start
about
kicking.
30. Go ahead and cook because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna just jump off what you saying because I'm pretty sure I got some same like lessons from
So
it.
you have to make a choice, bro. It's very rare.
Talk to him.
It's very rare that you can have like a personal life
Yeah,
and your professional life.
facts.
If this is a dream that you chasing, if you chasing, and this is not just music, but we specifically talking about this movie. So when it comes to music, the sacrifices that you have to make as an individual in order
Man,
to maintain, like not like in order to maintain, you got to love your music more than you love everything except for yourself.
yes, man,
You can't have two loves. You can't love music and love a woman. You can't love music and you can't have, I mean, People who have kids, but let's be real, people don't say it, but like
Man,
the, your kids are going to hate you as young kids, and they'll probably love you when they become young adults.
yeah.
Only because if
Now
you
they
become
got
successful,
something
you can take care of them.
that, but also now by then they probably got something that they done developed a passion for.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but the shit that they're gonna resent you though.
Yeah, come on,
They're
man.
going to. It's like because you wasn't there. You missed my first this. You missed my game. You
Yeah,
didn't. You missed my practice. You didn't raise me. You didn't put me in the
yeah,
bed. You didn't cook. Like so, you got to make a decision. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And that was the thing. I got some notes. I got hella notes on some of the things that was said in the movie that hit me. And one of them, I'm gonna just say
Let's
this,
talk
and then I'll
about it.
let
Let's
you
talk about
cook.
some let's talk about some standout moments.
Man, Indigo said, "My mother told me never marry a musician. I'd be inviting grief, heartache, and pain."
Ooh wee,
That was a bar, bro. that was
man.
that was a bar. I was like,
I'm not about to rebuttal that. I mean, because like, I mean, yeah, yeah. How you think you're getting this great art? Because of
um,
what's
man. And
man.
another one, she said, she asked Bleak, what would he do if he couldn't play anymore? You remember that part? She was like, what would
Yes,
you? And that nigga said, I probably roll over and die.
yeah. And he damn near lost his mind where the muscle in his lip got fucked up. And it's about to
Hmm.
take okay. So now that's about to take me to what my lesson I got from it. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't
Everybody
go.
can go.
Shadow was, I mean, not Shadow, I'm sorry. Giant, played by Spike Lee, his manager, his homeboy from childhood. That was his man's. Grew up together. You gotta have him with you. You got to. But he also fucking up the money, which Shadow was right about. He kept saying get rid of the little guy. But they had a relationship together because him and Shadow had a relationship too. But Shadow, like, they roasting each other at the same time. But he like, hey
Hmm.
man, get rid of him though. He can still be your man's, but he fucking up the
Yeah,
bread.
he fucking up the
Everybody can't
bread.
go. He's always in debt to somebody. Now he
Hmm.
borrowing money from Bleak.
Hmm.
He owed Samuel. I forget Samuel Jackson's character name in this, but you owed him, and they after you. They like, nah. The first time they got him, like, we ain't gonna kill you, but we
Hmm.
gonna fuck you up bad. Fucked up his
You gonna fuck,
fingers.
man, killed
You know,
his
he
fingers.
walking around. He walking around with a splint. He walking
Yeah,
around. He on the bike. You know what I'm saying? Rolling around like, damn, dog.
man.
Bleak trying to have his back. So in the midst of trying to have his back, you go try to save your friend. And now look, he like,
Hmm.
I was gonna have the money tonight. No, you say, oh man, he ain't dead. That pissed him off. Bleak, boom, bow, hit him with the trumpet. And then,
Yeah.
hey, listen, y'all got to see the movie, man. I'm telling you, you got to see the damn movie. Tried to save his friend, got his lip fucked up. He never will play the same again. Matter of fact, it's like he couldn't play.
He couldn't play.
And like how you said, he said I will roll. He said he would roll over and basically like die, pretty much,
Hmm.
right? And he damn near did that because you seen him in those scenes. Me and my brother was just talking about this movie last night. We see him in the scenes where he's like laying there, he's on the floor, he's laying there, he's playing the notes and rambling off notes to himself because he can't play.
He
So to
can't
keep
play.
himself sane, he's trying to. That's like me or you. Damn, like damn, my hand fucked up. I can't even write a bar. I can't even type a bar on my phone. Or damn, my brain fucked up. Or something wrong. Like I can't even like
Hmm.
function enough to like really create some rhymes. But I do got memories of. I just got this all this hip hop knowledge in my brain. Let me think. Let's see.
Hmm.
So and so released when Cannabis dropped. That was 1998. He was on all the mixtapes. Now you just it's just all these thoughts is coming to your brain. Man, I felt that, man. Like golly, standout moment though. Everybody can't go, and I'll same thing how you just said as far as like just that balance of like
Hmm.
it's not gonna be even. Something gonna be off completely because it's
It's
just
not.
not gonna be
It
even.
can't be, bro.
But a standout moment for me, and I hope I'm quoting this correctly, is when they was having a conversation, and this is also on the beginning, the intro song of Roots, "Things Fall Apart" album, and it's
Hmm.
from the scene in Mo Better Blues where Bleak and Shadow are going back and forth because again, this argument comes back into play, not just about the money, but this time it's about you it was a scene prior to this scene where he was handing them the music for what they was gonna perform, and
Hmm.
Shadow just wasn't agreeing with it. Like man, this is weak. Like this some bullshit. This ain't. it was almost like Bleek was an artist. He's like, we gotta perform and perform what we like, what we feel, what we passionate about. And Shadow at the same time in this scene where they at the bar or the club, wherever they was at, and Shadow just kind of explaining like, hey man, that's what it was. Bleek was like, if we had to rely on our people, talking about black folks, to for us to
Mm-hmm.
thrive as musicians, we would starve. And Shadow tells him like that's bullshit. Everything you just said, listen, you ain't got, if you don't choose to watch the movie, go at least listen to Things Fall Apart, the intro off the Roots album.
Mm-hmm.
And they got it clipped up so perfectly, man. And he's like, he says that, and he's like, that's bullshit. Shadow says it. Everything you just said was bullshit. The people
Mm-hmm.
aren't coming because you grandiose motherfuckers don't play with the people like. If you play with the people like, then the people will come. And it's like, damn, I felt that because as artists, we go through that. We like, man, I want to make the rapidy rap, the boom bap shit and all at the same time. And it does make money. It does. It
Mm-hmm.
has its audience for it, but that climb's a little bit more different
Mm-hmm.
than you trying to make something that's like, back then we was making something, we just knew like, well, I got to get it on radio. But radio had
Mm-hmm.
a format that ain't for the type of music we was making.
Man, listen,
You lucky if you get
especially
it in the mix.
that 2000s, that mid like early mid 2000s run where it first
Man,
started, where it was like if you make boom bap or if you make like traditional hip hop, I'm gonna say that was a rough fucking
man,
that was a rough time, bro. The
man,
ringtone era.
I even thought about the era, like the early blog era, where like you had like Young Money and all them, and then a lot of like Wiz Khalifa and like
Hmm.
Tyga and all them and Party Young. I'm just looking at certain cats from this blog era, right? Wale
Hmm.
and them and how they dress. Well, I can't say
Hmm.
Wale. I guess I can't even say Drake because he was kind of more still like teetering that fine line between like the backpack sound
Yeah.
and the commercial. So like I said, like just the way they were dressing on a commercial level,
Hmm.
we were trying to dress like that but have the type of music that we had, and it didn't match. It didn't make sense. Like I looked at
Hmm.
y'all go look at this video that I got. Shout out to my man Richard Taylor though, because the video is fly. The video is super fly. I got a song off the first for namesake album. It's called Mayday. It's a video for the background red. Richard did his thing with the video, right? But
Hmm.
I'm looking at what I'm wearing. I'm like, why am I wearing those Ray-Bans? I don't even wear sunglasses like that. Why am I wearing them?
That's
But
how it
I'm
be,
trying to
bro.
look like what I'm seeing. Oh, this is what's hot. This is what the popular cast is wearing. And
Hmm.
this song got to get to radio. Like it's not even a radio song. But it go back to what Shadow was saying. Like, man, these people are coming if y'all cater to what the audiences want to
Cater to
hear.
what?
And Bleak is like, nah, we need to play what what's of the soul. You know what
The
I mean?
other the other thing that Bleak could have learned from Shadow,
What's that?
you had Clark was dope the whole time,
Yes.
and you was ignoring it because you was only it's all
He's
about
so
you.
into himself. Yeah.
Yep.
He ain't
You
even know
so
to let nobody else
self-centered.
get the light. Yep.
And Shadow kept saying, like, yo, let me, you know what I mean? Let me cook. Let
Yep.
me step to the front. Let me cook. Like, you got to share the wealth. Now, that's one thing
The
that I
Shadow was
related
dope.
to.
He was
He was
dope.
super dope. I related to that because, being in a group
Hmm.
and me basically knowing early on, okay, I'm basically in the X-Men in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like Street Justice is like we the X-Men. I don't need to be fucking Cyclops, bro. I can be the Beast. You know what I'm saying? I could
Yeah.
just do what I need to do when I need to do it, and then I'm gonna calm the fuck down, and I'm gonna go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Gypsy, go ahead. Red, go
As
ahead.
a
You know what I'm
as an
saying?
honorary fourth member of Street, or would I
You
be
are.
fifth? Because I guess you got to count Peace of Mind as well. I
You
would
are.
say that I'm also an honorary member of Street Justice as well as Coleman Young.
See,
Yep.
like yeah, you gotta know when to step to the front, and you also gotta know when to step back and let somebody else lead, especially when it's for the greater good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
100%.
Shadow, like that end, that shit hurt though, bro. Like that shit, that last, it hurt, bro. Like
Ooh, man, I thought it was just me.
yeah, it hurt,
Man,
bro.
not
Because
only
watching him, it's like he literally, it's like yo,
yo,
this could have been y'all.
not only did you, and you peeped it when this scene, man. We could wrap it after this, but this scene where he went and if they time jump and he went to go perform. He bumps into Giant at the door. Giant's a doorman now. He got an official gig. I'm
Yeah.
a doorman now. He's all like, yeah, Shadow's in there, man. He hooked me up. And he's in there with the band and everything. And then Clark, he let him know. He's like, yo, him and Clark, man, like putting, and it's like you see it on Bleak face, like Shadow's still my man's. And I
Right.
fucks with him because even when, just to add that to it, where Bleak got his lip busted with his own trumpet,
Hmm.
Shadow, like, we need some help from my friend. Like, this is my
Yeah,
friend. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
this is my
fuck
friend.
that we fought. Fuck the fact that I boned Clark. This still my
Yeah.
man's right here. So
Hmm.
you fast forward, he get his own thing going. He got his own residency at this spot, and you could tell Bleak what he say. He was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Denzel did the famous look that we know. Remember the
Yeah.
meme? We had the mustache, he get the smile. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. And it's like he
Man.
is, but he ain't. He happy for him, but he
The,
ain't.
and I
It's like, God damn,
the other thing though was like watching him start a family
man.
again, especially for us.
That was the
Like it was
warming part.
relatable where it's like
Yeah, man.
your shit didn't
Take
work
that
out,
same
but
passion and that same the 1,000 hours you put in, the 10,000 hours you put in playing that trumpet from a kid on up into adulthood. Take that same
hmm
passion now and apply it to you being a pops, being a husband. You know what I
yep,
mean? That was like one of the other lessons I got from the movie. Besides, everybody can go, and
yep,
man, just the way they closed that, I was like, dang. It was like you at this point as an adult, like even back
hmm
then, you like, dang, he ended up with Indigo, like word. But then
hmm
as an adult, you're like, no, that made so much sense.
I
It made
did
so much sense.
because it's like being on the outside looking in, watching the characters. If he would have, it was the fork in the road, right? You know
Hmm.
what I mean? His ass was going straight. He didn't pick a path. The path picked him. Either but he literally got to watch his other path through Shadow and Clark.
Yeah,
You would have been okay either way, but you had to pick though. You
yeah,
can't you can't just you can't drive straight when you got a fork in the road, man. You got to pick one or
yeah.
the other.
And another lesson that just popped in my mind as you were saying that, another lesson that I think anybody can learn from this movie is that for one, we know it can't just be about you. We kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. You
Hmm.
got you got help all around you. Everybody to play these parts, play these roles,
Hmm.
balance that shit out. Don't just be like it's about me. This is my band. Like I think he told Shadow that we handed him the music or whatever. He like, well, when it becomes he said something like when it becomes your band or something like that. When the band is called, he said something to him like being
Yeah,
sarcastic about what it's basically like, nigga, this ain't your band.
yeah.
And it was like, damn, and the seeds was being planted. Like
Hmm.
with like Shadow gonna do his own thing, dog. Cause
He gonna
Bleak
do his
like
own.
on
He
some
said
like
he was
bullshit.
too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did.
Hmm.
He definitely
He
told
said
him
he
that. Then
was.
that's when he said it. That's when he told him. He said, "When your band is, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
man, great film though. What if you had to tell the people why they must see this film? What would you tell them?"
Man, why do they need to see this film? Because you get to watch black excellence from the early stages
Hell
all
yeah,
come together and make a classic. It's a classic movie from the storytelling to the life lessons to the acting to the soundtrack. It has everything you need in a movie.
yes,
And this, just as a man, if you are a man or woman of culture, you have to watch the Spike Lee joints. You have to watch you have to. You have
yeah,
to watch them joints, man. It's a part of our culture. He's a big part of our culture. Um, and if you haven't watched it, you need to see why he's such a big
yeah,
figure. You know what I mean?
100%.
Hmm.
I would say this specifically talking to like artists. It don't matter what genre of music you tapped into that you create music for. This movie is for you. This movie is for you flat out. If
Hmm.
you a background dancer, this movie is for you. If you play in a band and you don't play, you ain't the main instrument at the front. Watch this movie. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? You the leader of a group, or if you leader of a band, whatever in whatever genre, watch this movie. I think too, as far as like women as well. I think just like women as with somebody who's an artist, or even vice versa. This is a perfect film to show you like the ebbs and flows of this shit, man.
Yeah.
It's just a perfect film, and then you can't miss. like we talking about 1990. This is like before Training Day, before Malcolm X, before all the movies,
Hmm.
before Blade, before New Jack City. Is this
Hmm.
before New Jack City? I don't know. It was New Jack City
Yeah.
was, yeah,
Yes.
yep. Because New Jack
Yes.
City was what, like 91. So yeah, before any, you name it, whatever, all the major Wesley Snipes movies. I'm drawing a blank for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm just stuck on Blade. And then, like
You
you
got
say, just
Blade,
Spike
you got
Lee
Money
catalog
Train,
alone.
yeah,
Yeah,
you got like it's before he
White Man Can't
became.
Jump. It was
Yeah, it
before
was
that.
before. It's before he. This literally probably was his
Hell
like
yeah.
coming out party. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, pause. Pause.
yeah,
Because he did do
pause
two
if
wrong. He did do two wrong fool. I'm
pause
just
if
saying.
applicable.
He
Pause if
did two
applicable.
wrong fools, so we gotta say pause after that. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, Samuel Jackson, like, a lot of the younger
same.
folks know him as Nick Fury, but come on, man, this was like
Before all
early
the
on.
hundreds of movies that
He was
he's
a
been in.
background role in this, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But that's what I got to say about that. And that's why y'all need to see it, man. Great conversation, man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
glad I got this out my system because I had every talk, I had to make sure I did. I hit every talk point I did. Just an
Hmm.
incredible film, man. Definitely check it out. In the meantime, man, tell them where they can find you at, bro.
Man, Catch P313 on Instagram, Krishan Stanton on Facebook, Catch P313 on Threads, and I'm not using X no more. So
Word. I'm hardly on there.
yeah.
If you hit me up on there, I'll respond back though, because I do check it every once in a while. I just don't say much
Mm.
on there. But name tag Alexander across the board, Threads, Instagram. You can search on Facebook. I'm not gonna tell you my real Facebook page, but yeah, man. TikTok, I'm on there every once in a while. I pop on there every once in a while. Yeah, man. We always got new music coming. Of course, there's gonna be more episodes of Written Gems. We gonna figure out what we talking about, what song or what movie related film we talking about for episode 4 or documentary for that matter. And
Hey, if
yeah,
people got some suggestions,
yeah, hey, drop
hit us
some. Y'all
up.
know where to find us on social media. Hit us up.
Yeah, hit us
If
up.
y'all hit me up, if you don't follow him, but you follow me, or vice versa, we'd send it to each other. Like, hey, what you think about this? If we fuck with the song, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So don't be saying, yeah, this is my cousin. Like, no,
Yeah,
it
no,
gotta be.
fuck that.
These are written gems. Not saying your cousin whack. We just saying like we talking about stuff that people can be familiar with and go do this deep dive and research on, man. So yeah, make sure y'all
Hmm.
subscribe to the podcast though. I like the love we've been getting so far and the sharing of the post and the saving of the post, which matters. So yeah, definitely subscribe to the pod where you
Hmm.
listen to and download your podcast. That's Apple Podcast, Spotify, you name it, man. But until the next time, episode 3 of Written Gems. That's Catch P. I'm name tag Alexander. Peace.